We'll see if Owen can keep that trend going. He's taking off at the moment. Straight into it. He's been looking great this year and looks alive on his equipment on this opening ride here. Driving up into the lip. Nice sequence of turns on the outside there. And Wright finishing this one right there on the inside.
Flow of this man here, Owen Wright, just out of the lip perfectly. Comes around. A lot of flair on the second one. Just how smooth is this guy? Just incredible surfing on his backhand right there.
Thanks for joining us. If you're watching on Fox Sports, we've got Heat 7 unfolding. Soli Bailey on his second ride already, kicking out, opting to get that priority back.
And then Soli Bailey going to the air, bringing it back around, finishing up.
Dora's out there in the lineup. The Brazilian had a 0.83, expecting that Owen Wright's going to drop the best number so far. As we see Yago now loading up. And this guy has some airs that he can go to, but keeps that board in the water at this stage. Finds a nice end section to bank off. 26 minutes to go. Ronnie Blakey with a former world number 2. A man with plenty of championship tour wins who knows this lineup very well, and the conditions are holding pretty nicely, Luke.
And Yago on the outside, one of my favourite stylish goofy footers. Carves out of the top, comes around one more time, sets up the inside, belts that lip.
Has a couple of 9s, and while they're great results for maybe getting you into the top 22 and in a position to re-qualify, if you want a world title, they're not going to be big enough. So he's going to try and crack the final series for the first time here at Karamas. I think when Owen was getting himself into that position to challenge for world titles, we'll see him up at the moment, driving up into this section. Nice whip off the top. It just didn't work out for him. Here we go, Yago on Luke's left.
There you go, Yago. When he goes to the lip, he's so crisp. He makes it so effortless to get around sections, using the steepness of the wave for his speed.
Here we go, Soli Bailey. Loading up. Nice little floating grab rail. Re-entry to kick this ride off, and now starting to find some room to move on the inside. Always puts a lot into each of his turns.
Giving him more opportunity. Nice and hollow on the outside. Kind of got that a little wrong, but makes up for the big tail slide out of the lip, and then gets his composure back with a nice snap and brings the fins loose once more and finishes up down the beach. This one I thought he might have got it a little bit wrong. He was going to go for something else and just had to go for a nice lip glide, but great change on the move. Air drops it, comes around straight onto his toe edge, gets it up into the lip, foot comes off, grips his heel around the rail, leans back, doesn't panic and just lets the board do its thing to get to the bottom, and comes around for one more little hit. And that hit was to set up this section because he saw that little chunk on the top there, getting the fins free one more time.
Yeah, really hammered that section. Owen Wright, that's a couple of turns that he's gotten wrong now, so has cost himself some numbers here. Great to have your company on the Fox Sports Network. We've got Yago Dora, the Brazilian, up at the moment, trying to get himself out of third place. That is not where you want to find yourself when the hooter sounds at the end of these 30-minute heats. If you do, you're into the second round and facing falling out of the mix with a 33rd.
Kicking himself for falling on that last one, and beautiful combination into the lip, carves around one more time. Yago really conscious of how the last few heats have come down, scrapping between 4s and 5s, and here he goes again.
Just keeping busy with our priority. Yago's found a nice little section here. Let's go, those fins.
Beach break attitude right there, just on the way back out.
Oh, it's been really coming on nicely the last couple of years too.
For sure, and just love that compression of his bottom turn.
Well, let's see if Owen can throw down one of his best right now. Had a couple of falls again, just catching a bit of that nose rail through that second manoeuvre. And now starting to really rip into some turns.
It's really hard to do as we see Owen a little bit of trouble with his foot positioning on this wave. Even though he's the smoothest man in the business, he manages to pull a couple of missed times out of there.
On the outside, Yago, he's going to chase him down the line here. Nice belt there. Up into the pocket again. Bit of foam on the face. can make things difficult to negotiate.
Needs to clean that up a little bit. Look at this open face. Beautiful out of the top. So smooth, compressed out of the top. One more. And just hits it one more and sees this oncoming little section and throws the fins over it. And landing right there on that inside part of the reef is super hard. Look at this compressed up with so much speed. Up into the lip, pulls down and pulls it a little bit short there, so he gets a lot of momentum down the wave. Comes around one more time, does very well to get through that soupy section to hit it really crisp out of the top one more time. And this, after this section, just sees it coming up hollow for him and thinks of putting the fins above the lip, and that's what he does. You see this foam that crosses over in front of him right there. Really hard to stay on. That was well done by Dora.
Back to live action. Yago's up again. Throws a reverse. You could see lost contact with his equipment there.
Yeah, are we waiting for one more score? I'm not too sure, as we see Soli Bailey with a nice open face.
Generating some momentum. We are waiting the numbers. Those numbers starting to roll through now. They're good for Yago. We were expecting something solid for his previous ride. He's trying to hang on to a little reverse there. It won't go into his top two, but a 7.33, the highest single ride of this heat, belongs to Dora on his inside rail. That kind of caused him to almost turn off the wave a little bit. We're back to live action, and Soli's going to get another opportunity here, ripping into these calves. This wave doesn't have a lot of wall on it, but he's done very well to juice some points out of it. Only needs a 4.33 to jump up in the second spot.
On the inside, aggressive carve out of the top. The wave's a little flat. I'm not sure what the judge is going to think of that. Gets a little bit hollower here, but fitting a lot in, but
has a think about it. Wondering if there's a ramp on offer. Throws a reverse. High strike rate at the moment. So this one coming to a close. And Owen just hanging on to that second spot. Yago Dora, though, dropping a 7.33 and a 4.3. Easily taking the win and powering through to the round of 32. So the goofy footers getting the job done over the rookie in that one. We're going to take a quick break. More to come from the Corona Bali Protected in just a moment.